Hi guys, I thought I'd do something different tonight because I'm a little annoyed. Earlier, I tried to do beans. They were over here, my black beans for dinner, and I filmed the whole thing with no voice because I got confused with the audio and such, and cameraman wasn't helping me. So I'm going to let you just hang with me tonight if you want and see what it's like when I do dinner on my own and cameraman is off and there's no stage set and there's nothing, and this is really real time, real food. We always eat what we cook on camera, but this is me all by myself and how I am in the kitchen, completely authentic. I just cleaned a container of mushrooms and wiped them down the counter, and this is the tiniest molecule left. But you see these? This would be like clumps of dirt. There was so many in a container. I dumped them out. That's my reason. It smells too earthy for me. Earthy and some other things we don't describe. But that's why I insist on washing my mushrooms. I know there's a big debate and argument over it, but I'm a rinser washer. I don't care. And I was watching a video on Test Kitchen, and the truth of the matter is there was a whole big thing about how to cook mushrooms proper. The proper way is to let them all go into a dry pan like I'm doing right here. You let them go in a dry pan because they emit or release so much water that the ideal way to prepare them is let all the natural, watch me cut my fingers on camera, relaxed, all the water come out, natural, and when that pan dries up, then you put your oil and your seasonings, but not until then. You have to be patient, and this is tried and true because I do this in this manner for years. I learned very long ago from my first husband's aunt, and that's the deal. A lot of restaurants, look at that, I got spilled from my bean. Okay, just gonna put them in the pan. We're gonna let them sit there. They're going to release all their juice, and then we're going to just let them go. Let them go. Let it all come out. And when it dries up, that's when we have to put other seasonings. So for me, we all know how I love my parsley in mine with oil and garlic. Nothing special or fancy. It's a very simple seasoning for me for mushrooms. Very simple. A little bit of parsley, garlic, and that's the end of the show. Okay? And I'm not going to really focus much on the camera. I'm letting you guys in here. So I'm going to be pretty much focused on what I'm doing and letting you see as I go. So it could be the most natural we're ever going to get. And I think that's a fun, different, interesting way of doing it. I have some gravy here with the pan juices. I had spoke in that video, which is now a short, that I saved the drippings from the chicken from the supermarket. That's just a Whole Foods rotisserie. I need a big knife. Whole Foods rotisserie. Let me chop this up. And the juices left in it, which what is the word for it? I embellish upon. I take that little bit of flavorings from the actual natural chicken, and then I put a teaspoon to a tablespoon of my Better Than Bouillon jar gravy enhancer, 1 cup of water. I mix it with the fat drippings from the original chicken. They're stewing in the pan, and then I just season it lightly. Salt, pepper, onion powder, whatever have you, and that's that. And I put a slurry at the end, which now I just reminded myself. I'm going to need a slurry. And you say, Jeanine, why do you go through all this trouble? Isn't rotisserie chicken night supposed to be easy and simple? I used to think so too. It's not. Vincent, when I say Vincent, that means I'm being formal because he's done something to annoy me or anger me. Vincent, my hubby, Vinny, see? They're emitting their juices now. They're getting all glossy, but they're not done. They start slowly, and then they do a full surge release. And to relax, it is dinner time. Have my pino. I can't tell you how good that is on ice chilled like that. My fave. Okay, let me show you my little chicken. We took the dark meat off because I had a thigh for lunch. And Millie helped me. Vinny loves the white meat. So you see this? A whole breast. Okay? he's going to have that. And it's quite dry without doing anything to enhance it from the supermarket. So early on, he started complaining, and I said, all right, so now I have the help of the chicken for dinner. The least I could do is prepare the sides and make a gravy for him. And that's how we call it weeknight roast chicken dinner. I get the ready-made. I have a little help with the gravy. Let me go get my cornstarch for the slurry. And it's like kind of half semi homemade. I don't know. What are you going to say? Take something easy and make it complicated? I don't know. The gravy helps it. It winds up being delicious. Excuse the cabinet. It really does. It winds up being delicious. It's a nice way to have a home-cooked meal that is, 80% homemade. I take a teaspoon, teaspoon of that, into my mixing glass. I'm going to put a little cold water from the fridge because that's the secret. If I've never said it, it has to be cold water when you're making a slurry or it won't thicken. You cannot do this with hot water. It won't work. Ooh, I'm making a mess here. That's the science to a slurry. It has to be icy cold water. And I think I could use a little bit more, actually. I think it's too thin. And that's another lesson. You have to watch. You'll learn as you go. I remember back in the day, I didn't learn about slowies, it's a few sips of wine. I didn't learn about how to make a slurry into thickened gravies till my later 30s. My ex-mother-in-law taught me, and she also taught me pot roast, which I'm gearing up to do that recipe for my channel, and that's going to be fun. But I have to wait till we're either going to have company or buy a smaller roast and make it for Vin and I, and then we'll just save leftovers, because she taught me how to make gravy from scratch, how to make a pot roast. She was German-Irish, and it was really exciting because I had no idea, and I always wanted to make gravy. And then the other thing was, it's easy to make them when you have pan drippings from a chicken or a roast or something meat natural. But when you have nothing, like tonight, I had a little help, a tiny bit. When you have nothing and you have to make a gravy from scratch, I mean, that's real scratch. There's pros. I watched several videos, I learned, because you have to be a pro to be able to do that. You do not just make a gravy from the air, but you can when you learn, and I will share that too. That is pretty cool. I love the ability to do that, because like tonight, okay, these are all dried out, see? They emitted all their water. Now they dried out. Now we can put the olive oil, a little bit of olive oil, and the seasonings, and they're done. That's it. That's all she wrote. And I'm not going to use fresh garlic tonight because I'm being lazy. I'm going to put powdered garlic. See? This is what I do when I'm not on camera. I shortcut. I take shortcuts. What are you going to call this? The behind the scenes? Jeanine pretending she's doing her channel tonight. She's putting together the fastest meal ever. The fastest dinner ever. I'm still working on mine. It is a pull and tuck, but I worry here because if any of you trying to learn the pull and tuck for pasta, for sauces, for all these things like this, I worry because I'm on a glass stovetop. It's not really good to do with that. So now these are absolutely beautiful, all grilled. Look at those. Let me put some back up here to the other side of the pan. All grilled. Olive oil, garlic powder, and parsley. Salt and pepper, and that's it. So those are done. We could shut that off. I have anything else to cook here hot? No. Those are done. I have beans, but Vinny's not a big bean person. I have white rice in the rice cooker. Okay. Let me see if I have any canned vegetables. Yes, I use canned vegetables. Okay. I don't do every single thing fresh, although I do try. I'm a big fan, advocate, believer, whatever you want to call it, of fresh is best. But the thing that a lot of people don't know is canned vegetables, many of them are as fresh as you're going to get in the can without losing the vitamins. Beets is one of them. I used to be very concerned thinking I wasn't getting all my vitamins from the beets in a can versus fresh. And that's just not true. They are, let me drain this from the can. I drain mine. Okay, you'll hear me over here at the sink. I'm draining the can of corn. And what I do is I just microwave it and I put a little bit of butter for flavor. Vinny loves corn. It's a great help me out when you're busy and you don't have time to make fresh vegetables and do all of that. And let's see. Let's check this out. I bought this and I talked about it the other day. I was making something grilled, a grilled cheese, and it's plant-based butter that I bought a buy one, get one. I think when I was doing the French toast. And I said it's good for grilling and things like that. Now let's see, vegetable to vegetable, how it tastes on corn, canned corn. I'm excited myself to see. Okay, a little bit of that plant-based butter. Okay, we're going to season it with salt and pepper with the lid. We'll season it, and then I just microwave it, you know. It's my favorite shortcut. And there you'll be having a dinner. Okay, let's put some pepper. Some salt. He doesn't like anything fancy. Vinny's pretty easy to cook for. Very plain, very simple. As is corn. The gravy is, see, and this is what I do. Now we're going to tighten up. Ooh, there goes that. See, this is really the behind the scenes. You're getting a peek into what it's really like at home. Okay. So if you're going to stick with me, I think it's important that you see the real me. Okay. There's nothing you'll see on Jeanine's channel that you won't see in my real world. Okay, so now this is simmering quite rapid. And we're going to slowly put in the slurry. Mix it well. That's another important thing when you're adding a slurry to thicken a sauce. Okay. And you'll see, sometimes you need a little, sometimes you need a lot more. Okay, as it's rolling along, boiling. And then once you see it get to the right thickness, then we're just going to keep it on warm, ready for the chicken. And then I'll show you how I carved the chicken up. We're going to need more. Okay. It's not thickening quite the way I like. Okay. Okay, now it's thickening. Let's season that a bit. Pepper. A little bit of garlic. And a little bit of salt. Because I use everything no salt. You guys know that. I'm a freakazoid with salt. I try not, and that's kosher because it has more minerals. Regular table salt, iodized, doesn't have any. So I either use that or sea salt is good or other natural salts. So the gravy's going. I got the beans. The mushrooms are done. Let's get ready to clean off my board. And I'll show you how I carve up some white slices. And then dinner will be done. Most times when we film, we eat together, but times like tonight, I'm watching calories, trying to cut my carbs and such, and any calories I can. I'm over the mountain on my stuff here because I've been overindulging, having a great time with you guys, but I am about way over where I feel comfort zone. I looked in one of the videos the other day. I said, oh my God, is that really my belly? Is that attached to me? Is that part of my body? And it looks so much bigger on screen. I don't want to say anything, but it really does. They look so huge. I hope you enjoyed the dining room chairs. I put that up today. We're loving that. We have a funny video coming about we had to change the living carpet again. Okay. We had a little accident. The first night the new one was in, Tallulah Bell decided to mark it. And because it's so light, we don't want to keep it in the living room. We're able to shut her out of the den, so to speak. So that's a good thing. We could lock the lighter carpet in the den. She sleeps with us at night, and she can't get to it, so that's a big plus. So we had to swap out carpets quick. Within 24 hours, I went and got... Those look delicious. I went and got a new carpet for the living room that was darker and more perfect for that area. and we switched them. But it's funny because I want to share it with you how good the new carpet looks in the living room and how great the original new carpet looks in our den. The color combination and things I did, and I went out today and I bought new pillows to make things match better. It's lovely. We're very happy with it. And we're binging on Sopranos because we didn't watch them when they were original. We never watched the series, Vinny and I. So what we're doing is we're enjoying watching old, we're up to season 4. And that's fun. Okay, we got that. All right, we're ready to basically carve the chicken. Get some white meat slices for Vincent. Let me get a plate. Because then all what I do, simply, I reheat it. I slice it. This is off. Now don't let me break my plate. Okay, and I'm just going to slice white meat for him. Heat it in the oven. I mean the microwave. Okay. Heat up his entire plate. See? That'll show you another slice. It's delicious. And, you know, I have the, let me show you how beautiful. He loves the white meat with gravy all over it and veggies. Vinny eats like a bird also. So when you say, Jeanine, where are you getting all these meals? You're sitting there telling us you're going to make 3 meals out of 1 rotisserie chicken. Yeah, I can because, and I don't mean that sarcastically by any means, please. What I mean is that, you know, we are small eaters. We're not big eaters. So food stretches more for us. You know, this would never happen for a family of maybe even 4. They'd maybe need more than 1 chicken. I don't know, but I'm just saying. See, I have this whole, I have a beautiful plate for him. Like I said, I already ate almost 2 thighs. I have this beautiful 4 pieces of white meat, nice thickness, okay? And look what I still have left. I still have this whole rotisserie. So I'll either make quesadillas tomorrow or I'll make chicken salad, save the dark meat leg. I have a whole dark meat leg. I would save that and its meat for a soup. I mean, I make 3 meals out of this 1 rotisserie chicken. I do. I really do. And I wanted for a while now to share that with you, so I consider this video checking that off. Here's my gravy. Let me show you my gravy. This only had the vegetable butter on it. Okay, so that's a good thing. Okay. It's nice and thick and chickeny flavored. That better than bouillon is better. It's fabulous. And you can enhance it so easily and so flavorful. Okay? So that's that. We got mushrooms. I have the chicken ready to heat. I got the corn. And that's it. I'm going to basically fill his plate. I'm going to put some mushrooms. I'm going to put some corn on here. Matter of fact, let me just heat that now. Put it in. I don't want to make the noise. All right, so you know the gist of it, guys. I'll leave you now. I'm going to go. But I'm going to take this, and I'm going to make him a plate, pour some gravy over it, and he's going to have a lovely dinner. And that's what I did with a rotisserie chicken tonight. When I'm not filming, I'm not doing anything excessive. Just chilling at home, hanging out like everybody else, having a real, regular weeknight Thursday dinner. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. And please, if you have a chance, subscribe. If you like me and my content and my craziness, come join me.